Hey Scorpio, welcome to February. I'm Tamil. I'll be channeling oracle messages for the month ahead for the overflow community at large, and we do go deeper inside the sanctuary, which is our private membership space for communion with self and soul family. The portal to join the sanctuary is closed right now, but you can sign up for the wait list to be notified when we open it up next quarter. And if you are considering joining REBIRTH, our 12-week immersion program led by me, our first live session is February the 6th, Saturday. And when you join REBIRTH, you actually automatically get access to the sanctuary through 2021. Let's look at your strength for the month. The death card was like peeking out. So your energy is here. This is the fourth time I've started to do this video. One, just probably Mercury retrograde. My words weren't coming out right. And then also my kids were doing stuff. And so it's just feeling like how you might feel. Just frustrated, feeling like you can't really find your footing. But how can you create more moments of stillness and silence, especially with the retrograde coming up? Strength is boundaries. This is an armadillo medicine, but you know about having a hard shell, right, Scorpions? There's a gentleness around this armadillo. And that's why the shell is there, right? To protect the soft things inside. There's a shift, I feel, within you using your hard exterior in a different way. It's not so much in anticipation of something going wrong or needing to defend yourself or guard for the worst case scenario, which, listen, we need that. We love that about you. It protects us from so much because you know all of the depths of the darkness and the possibilities of things that can go wrong. But this feels like you creating space within yourself to look at everything that is good, everything that is right, everything that is sacred, so that you can lean more towards positive expectation, positive outcomes, because your challenge for the month is take risks, and the bottom of the deck is fate. So if you are so focused on the negative potential outcomes, it's slowing down your ability, it feels like, to align with what Spirit has for you when you're taking these risks. We are using a new deck this month, Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. I just got it, but it also kind of called to me to use to take us through retrograde season. So let's read what the book says about boundaries. You aren't the first person to get this card, but I don't remember who else got it. May have been Taurus. Boundaries can be a difficult thing to master. Most people are not raised with a firm understanding of healthy boundaries and either end up being closed off or allow themselves to be invaded, or they become invading to others. It requires balance in knowing exactly what your needs are. This card asks you to check in with yourself and see where you live on the boundary spectrum. Do you have a healthy relationship with them? Do you struggle in communicating around them? Are there any patterns that continue to crop up around boundaries in your life? So there's an exercise that is potentially really helpful for you, and there's some plant medicine that they recommend called yarrow. That is looking like it really does help you, and I've heard a lot about good things about yarrow as far as if you're a very sensitive person, you're not kind of taking in other people's poison, in your instance as a Scorpio, and kind of protecting your energy. And then black tourmaline is a crystal to kind of help you as you're doing this potentially shadow like work. So the exercise is sit for a minute and allow your body to relax. Begin scanning your body with boundaries in mind. Where do you feel invaded? What lives there? Are there any places in your body that are calling your attention and asking for more empowered boundaries? Then check in with your throat and heart. Is there anything it wants to communicate around boundaries? And so, is there anything that you're experiencing around love or wanting to experience in love and relationship? Or are you wanting to experience more love, but this shell, right, may have kind of, you've been doing a lot of protection. So the armadillo, name meaning little armored one, is known for its hard armor on its backside. Its potent medicine is in teaching us how to set a container for our desired or not desired experiences. If we already have an idea of what we do not want in our life, we can set the boundaries to prevent it from entering. The underside of the armadillo is soft and vulnerable, which is how we should also go through life. Open-hearted and vulnerable, but able to protect ourselves if needed. Okay? Call upon armadillo to find this medicine. So let's look at take risks. Gotta flip through because it's not numbered. I think it should be. Drink some water, y'all, while I find it. I'm coming. Okay, here we go. Risks are personal to each one of us. To some, climbing a mountain doesn't feel risky. To others, having a conversation with a stranger does. What has been calling you that you have been afraid to do? Comfort kills growth. It is important that we regularly do things that push the envelope, that make us feel nervous, apprehensive, and uneasy, with the exception of physical danger. This card is asking you to take the plunge and do the thing that intimidates you. Trust that the net will appear after you jump. And look at the net. Fate at the bottom of the deck. You will be held. You will be protected. You will be safe by betting on yourself. And so it looks like, Scorpio, for you this month will be about examining where you can be a little bit more flexible and less rigid with yourself so that you can experience more. Okay, safety is becoming less of a, it's not that you don't need to be safe or you don't need to be secure, but what is beyond that, it seems like you're being elevated to more of a enjoying and a living and an experiencing now that you've established a sense of safety for yourself. Okay, all right, beautiful. Let's get into your reading.